Hello my friends and welcome to the show. Today we're taking you to the beautiful islands of Hawaii. Now our destination expert Karen Worrall is back with us to tell you all about these amazing islands. Welcome Karen.
Thank you. Mahalo, John.
Ooh.
Hawaii is truly nani, beautiful, and we're very excited to show you what they're all about. Now I love the Hawaiian Islands, so let's take a little look at them. Hawaii welcomes visitors with their wonderful aloha spirit, and you can sit back and relax, take advantage of many wonderful things to do ashore. You can go kayaking, whale watching, take a helicopter ride over the islands, which is fantastic. You can visit many of the beautiful beaches, the gardens, see waterfalls all over the island. There's loads and loads of waterfalls to visit. They're absolutely beautiful. You can learn about local Hawaiian traditions, and you can even try your hand at surfing if you want. You can eat some local fresh produce like delicious pineapples right from the fresh out from the farm. And you can also go to Pearl Harbor and see the USS Arizona Memorial and go on the USS Missouri ship if you want to learn a bit about the history there. Now the landscape of Hawaii is diverse and fascinating with lush green forests and volcanoes and lava-filled landscapes. It's very, very varied, so it's very interesting to see, and you can get up close and personal with some of the lava as well. So it's very, very interesting. You can enjoy local hula dancing or just simply sit back and sip a glass of wine.
Well, that looks absolutely wonderful. Today, we've got some wonderful deals for you as well on cruises to the Hawaiian Islands. We've got a round trip with Princess Cruises sailing out of LA, a Royal Caribbean deal sailing from Vancouver to Honolulu, and Celebrity Cruises out of Honolulu and ending in Vancouver. And you're going to have a 3-night stay in Honolulu before you cruise as well. We'll also take a look at the beautiful Hawaiian ports. Places like Lahaina, Maui, Kauai, Kona and Hilo, and the Big Island as well, and vibrant Honolulu as well. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. So Karen, let's take a quick look, shall we?
Absolutely. The beautiful Hawaiian Islands are home to stunning natural beauty, fascinating history, myths and legends, and inspiring cultural traditions which honour family, nature and community. There are many wonders of Hawaii, including its pristine beaches and wild volcanoes, which you can see activity of even now. They get a little bit hot sometimes, but you're always very safe. Now Kauai is the place to snorkel with giant sea turtles, and in Maui you can sample sweet pineapples fresh from the fields. Hawaii has pristine beaches to offer, with colours ranging from sugary white to velvety black volcanic sands. In Honolulu, learn about the legend of King Kamehameha and learn about the fallen crew members at Pearl Harbor. Now, while you're on the ship, you will learn more about the region of Hawaii on board, and each different cruise line has its own Hawaiian cultural programs with cultural ambassadors who will immerse you in the area's traditions and cuisine on the ship, so you have a greater appreciation of it when you arrive. Now, getting out and about in Hawaii is the best way to appreciate its beauty, seeing the waterfalls on every island, even try your hand at surfing. Cruising to Hawaii is the best way to see the main islands of Hawaii in just one trip. It's better value when compared to resort Hawaii holidays. And when you're cruising to Hawaii, you get to see 4 islands in one trip, not just one. There's fun Maui, lush green Kauai, the volcanic-strewn Big Island of Hawaii, and exciting Oahu. Now, most cruises spend the entire day plus a late evening in Honolulu to give you more time ashore, and some voyages even include an overnight so you can enjoy the nightlife. It takes a few days to get to Hawaii, and this is when you can sit back, recharge, enjoy the wonderful entertainment, mouth-watering cuisine, and peaceful ocean views. And we have some different Hawaiian activities which depart from Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Vancouver. Exploring ashore in Hawaii, there's something for everyone, for nature enthusiasts or adventurers who'd like to go river tubing, dance at a luau, or explore natural wonders. There's Volcanoes National Park on the Big Island, where you can see volcanoes streaming, and Forbes dubbed it one of the top 10 national parks. Haleakala National Park on Maui has ethereal volcanic landscapes, subtropical rainforests and gorgeous waterfalls that fall into freshwater pools, which is a dream to take a dip in. It is absolutely fantastic to walk around there in Maui. That's one of my favourite things to do. The waterfalls are just gorgeous. Now, Pearl Harbor in Hawaii in Oahu is a sad but historically significant memorial to the crew members who lost their lives in the battle there in World War II on December 7th in 1941. In Kauai, one of the most incredible tours is seeing Napali Coast by helicopter. This is one of my favourite places as it was the setting for Hollywood blockbusters, including King Kong and my favourite movie, Jurassic Park. Waimea Canyon is the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. And the road to Hana is a fantastic 60-mile strip of road which takes you all the way along lots of winds and over 600 curves and 54 bridges to get to the heart of the island in Old Hawaii. Whale watching is fantastic in all of Hawaii, and keep an eye out for humpback whales. Now in Oahu, a must-see is the famous Waikiki Beach, the long sandy stretch framed by the iconic Diamond Head crater.
Well, if that's inspired you to the beautiful destinations, let's take a look at our first deal so you can get yourself involved. We're going with Princess Cruises on the Crown Princess out of Los Angeles. So let's have a look at the ship, shall we? I mean, it's an absolutely wonderful ship. There's so much involved. And with Princess Cruises, they say you'll come back new. You know, because you just feel brilliant on them. You've got the medallion as well, which means you just walk through doors and they just open for you. And if you want to order something on your iPad or your phone, the waiter knows where you are to bring you your drinks. There's so much going on in these ships. You will not be bored. Many things you will be, but bored you won't be. You've got so much going on. The entertainment is incredible. The food is outstanding. And of course, the service levels are out of this world. You will absolutely love it. Now, this cruise is going on the 1st of March next year for 17 nights. It's an incredible cruise. Look at top deck here. Can you imagine yourself? And of course, you know, you're going into Honolulu, so you know what's the weather going to be like? It's going to be great, isn't it? So that's the ship. It's a lovely ship, and you really will enjoy it. So where are we going to go? Well, we're going to fly you over to Los Angeles. Now, when you get to LA, that's where we're going to put you up in a hotel overnight, in a 4-star hotel, so you can really have a look around at LA. It's gorgeous. You're going to love that. And then we're going to cruise out Honolulu. How good is that going to be? I mean, say, you know, you've heard about it, haven't you? And now you can actually go there and take part in it. Then we're off to Kauai. Look how green and lush it is. And they're just so different, these Hawaiian Islands. Every island is very, very different. Then we're off to Maui. I mean, look at the beaches there. Can you imagine yourself dipping your toes in the water there? Oh, that'd be gorgeous, wouldn't it? Then we're off to Hilo, which you're just going to love. There's so much going on. And remember, before you go, we'll let you know all about the excursions and stuff like that as well. Then we're into Mexico to Ensenada, which is lovely. I can smell the fajitas from here. It's going to be gorgeous. And then from there, we're going to get you back into LA, and that's where you're going to fly back to the UK. It's just a brilliant holiday. So let's have a look at the details, shall we? So we can get you involved. I mean, this is an amazing deal. If you want the holiday, you call a number on the bottom of the screen there. It's 0808 2585 118. And as I say, if you want to extend your stays and all that sort of thing, that's what we do. Remember, you're talking to the cruise experts. You know, the people that you'll be talking to, this is all they do. They do cruises. If you want to have a look at more details of this cruise, just go to the website, cruise118.com/TV. It's that simple. It couldn't be more easier. If you want to get involved in this deal, dial the number right now. If you'd like to extend your trip and book a few extra days pre or post cruise in LA, I'd highly recommend it. Imagine the Hollywood sign. You know, it's just, yeah, you're going to be there, isn't it? And then there's, you know, all everything that's happening there with the City of Dreams, with Hollywood Boulevard, the iconic shopping. the movie studios, where they're worth taking a look on the backstage tour there. And when you get to see the movies in production, you can also get a selfie with the famous Hollywood sign in the background, as well as take a tour of the movie stars' homes. And if you've got time, and there are of course some great American original theme parks here, like Disney World and Universal Studios, but there's still more to discover in Hawaii. Karen, where are we off to next?
Well, John, let's have a look at what you can do on your ship, because it does take a few days to get to Hawaii.
Wow, yes.
So let's see what happens there. So onboard cruises to Hawaii, there are Hawaiian culture ambassadors who will get you into the aloha spirit with music and fun activities like lei making, hula dance classes and ukulele lessons. The Hawaiian activities culminate by teaching everyone a little bit more Hawaiian culture and have a King Kamehameha festival, which honors the first king of the Hawaiian Islands. Now there are musicians and guest entertainers on board and guest lecturers on board, so you can expand on your knowledge of Hawaii's traditional, historic, cultural and natural beauty. So by the time you get to Hawaii, you are definitely ready for it. And you know a little bit more about it, and you know a bit about the culture, the history, the people, and it gets you very excited to go there. Now there are also Hawaiian themed dishes on board to try that reflects the local culture, and there'll be dishes such as kalua duck, luau pork with apricot drippings, and Big Island pineapple with strawberry coconut relish, plus of course delicious fresh tropical cocktails like Mai Tais, my favourites.
Yeah, mine too.
And cruising to the Hawaiian Islands is everything you could imagine and more. It has rich landscapes, fresh cascading waterfalls, a wonderful rich indigenous culture with a vibrant and storied history, music, art and cuisine to make you fall in love with it even more. A cruise to the Hawaiian Islands will bring you a further appreciation for these islands, give you wonderful memories, you'll make great new friends and have a new perspective for the beautiful world that we live in.
Well, it sounds absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? Now, do you know, if you haven't booked a Hawaiian cruise yet, we've got a deal coming up for you in a few moments' time. But, I mean, Maui.
Yes.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Let's take a little look at Maui.
Let's take a look at this.
So Maui is a beautiful island and Lahaina is the port that you tender into here. This is it up on the screen here. It's great for strolling around, has lovely bars, shopping, restaurants, and I'd recommend you stop for a Hawaiian shaved ice, which is like a snow cone with syrup on the top, but with local Hawaiian fruit juices in it. And my favourite flavour is lilikoi, which means passion fruit. And also, if you're a Fleetwood Mac fan, check out Fleetwood's on Front Street. It's a great restaurant and bar owned by Mick Fleetwood of the band Fleetwood Mac. There's memorabilia all around the restaurant. You can just go and have a look if you want, including his gold drum kit, which is really cool to see and take a photo of. And he does run it. He's there sometimes, so have a peek in and you might even meet him. I met him once and he was very nice indeed.
Sounds absolutely brilliant, doesn't it? Yeah. You meet the stars while you're there.
You might do.
Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
And my favourite thing to do in Maui is actually to take a tour out into the rainforest there. You can go out walking, you walk through little tiny shallow rivers, go through the rainforest and come out at these beautiful waterfalls. Now, John, do you remember the movie South Pacific?
Oh, of course. Happy Talk.
Yes, the Happy Talk scene, exactly. That scene where they come out and they've got the beautiful waterfall, it's exactly like that. It's magical.
It sounds wonderful, doesn't it? It sounds absolutely wonderful. I just, you know, can you imagine getting yourself there? And this is your opportunity.
Definitely.
You know, all you have to do is give us a call. Numbers on the bottom of the screen. We'll get you there.
Cool. All right, shall we take a look at another port?
Yeah, let's have a look. Kauai.
So next up we had Maui, now we're going to go to Kauai. Now Kauai's nickname is the Garden Island and it's very easy to see why. Now ships dock in the small town of Nawiliwili, which is nothing like Honolulu. It's very small, has a very local vibe, so you can see what it's like to live in Hawaii. It's one of my favorite tours there was a movie tour that showed you the sites of where various movies were filmed. Now my favorite movie is Jurassic Park, and a lot of it was filmed on Kauai, so you can see the places where a lot of the scenes were made, and that's very thrilling if you like that. The scene where Dr. Grant and the children are chased by a herd of gallimimus is very cool. And best of all, you can actually take a helicopter tour that will drop you down near the waterfall where the characters go to at the start of the movie. So if you're into that, and even if you're not, just for the scenery, it's very, very magical.
Sounds it. Now, how would you like to see all that in 5-star modern luxury?
Yes, please.
Because this time we're going with Celebrity on the Celebrity Solstice. Now, this ship, I mean, is wonderful. You're going to love it. So let's have a look at the Celebrity Solstice, shall we? Well, do you know what? As you look around here, and the food, which is wonderful, but remember, it's not just the food that's included with Celebrity, because you've also got your classic drinks package as well, and you've also got your Wi-Fi, and all your tips are included as well. So, it's the full all-inclusive cruise. And the food, I mean, look at that. I'm starving, Karen, looking at this. I don't know about you. Absolutely starving. But it's not just about the food. It's about the whole concept of Celebrity, because what they do for you is they make you feel really special. Everything they do, they go over the top on it. You feel, I mean, the cocktail bars, they do all the shakes and moves and all that sort of thing. You're going to love them. I mean, I don't know about you. That looks a great lunch, doesn't it? There's the classic bars and the restaurants as well. And do you know what they have? They have a lovely coffee shop, which has those gorgeous, great big gateau cakes. You just take slices of them, It really is. The Galateria, the ice cream shop. My goodness me. Would you fancy a bit of ice cream? Well, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? And there's the spa areas. There's the open top decks. It's wonderful. The whole operation. You're just going to love it. So, I'll tell you what, let's have a look at the details on this one so we can get you involved in it, shall we? We're talking here of going on the 24th of April, 2024 for 30 nights. We're going to fly you from the UK out to Honolulu, where we're going to have an overnight stay. And then we're going to cruise out. It's absolutely wonderful. The details are here are lovely. Look at the prices. Remember, this includes your flights and everything like that. And it's not a cheap flight to Honolulu, is it? It's not a cheap flight. No. And you're going to come back from Vancouver. Once again, that's not a cheap flight. That's the other side of Canada. Not this side of Canada. It's the other side of Canada. So you've got to take into consideration all those things. If you're on the deal, there's the number. If you want to go find out more about the holiday, there on the is the website as well. Just give us just have a look at that, cruise118.com/TV, and you can see this program there again as well. And of course, you can click onto the deal and you see it all there as well. Absolutely lovely. And I'll tell you what, you should have a look at the ports of call that you're going to go on to this one. Absolutely. Right. So we're going to fly you out from the UK to Honolulu, where we're going to overnight. Oh, get your grass skirts on and have a go of it. And maybe wear a flower. Didn't they give them those chains, the flowery chains? Lace. Yep, exactly. And then we're off to Lahaina. Lovely. Once again, each of the Hawaiian Islands is very, very different. And the lush and the green, and they're just wonderful. You're going to love them. Then Hilo. Hilo is so cute and lovely, and we've heard about it already, and you're just going to love it. And then after Hilo, we've got a few days at sea for you to enjoy the luxury of the ship before you get to Vancouver. Now, when we get to Vancouver, we're scheduled just to fly you straight home. If I was you, and I seriously mean this, have a chat to our team about having a few days in Vancouver, because Vancouver is one of the most wonderful cities in the world. You'll fall in love with it. I mean, there's so much to see and do there. I mean, you love Vancouver as well, don't you? It really is. If you get to Vancouver, stay there for a few days. It's well worth it. Right, where are we off to next, Karen?
Next up, we're going to go to the Big Island and take a look at Kona. So Kona is a fun town on the Big Island of Hawaii. The sunny Kona district is where the Hawaiian Kona coffee is produced. And while you're there, try a cup or bring a bag home. It's also home to Hulihi Palace, where King Kamehameha spent his last few years. And to the south of Kaliakua Bay is where James Cook, the famous captain, first set foot on the island in 1778. And it's also where he was eventually killed. There are additional national parks near town where you can explore, and you can see fish ponds, you can see temples and petroglyphs. It is absolutely beautiful. Hilo itself is a bustling town. It's got lots of museums, there's art galleries. The Hilo's Farmer Market in downtown Hilo is a perfect place to taste some delicious Hawaiian produce or buy local crafts. And my favourite thing to do here is to get out into the countryside. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park is located here, and you can go from a ship or a local tour to take you up there to explore the volcanoes and craters close hand. Luluokalani Gardens is a Japanese-style fish ponds, pagodas and rock gardens, and this is a popular tour to take you to. Or Wailuku River State Park, which is home to Pipi Falls and Waiawanui Falls, otherwise known as Rainbow Falls. That's in there, as the light shines through them and they look like a rainbow.
Wow, sounds absolutely, that's all the waterfall, isn't it, creating the rainbow?
Yeah,
it
definitely.
Sounds absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And then of course, you know, you get overnight stays, don't you, as well? On
You do.
Some of the cruises as well.
So we're going to talk about that now, because we have overnight stays on many cruises, or at least a late night stay in Honolulu in Oahu. So let's take a look at Oahu. Oahu is the capital and the largest city in the US state of Hawaii. And one of my favorite things about Hawaii is that it blends American conveniences, so great infrastructure, shopping, and well planned out attractions, with real Polynesian Hawaiian spirit, traditions, and culture at every turn. Waikiki Beach is a favorite place to relax, sunbathe, surf, or sip a Mai Tai here, especially at sunset. And Diamond Head Crater, which you can see in the distance here, is really good to go for a hike up it, but it gets hot in the middle of the day, so the best time to do it is actually at dawn if you're up for that, and watching the sunrise from the top of the hill is just amazing. Now, if you like shopping, the Ala Moana Mall is great for international stores, and the International Market near Waikiki is a great place for local crafts.
Sounds absolutely wonderful as well. I mean, do you know, if this isn't tempting you, I don't know what it is. Don't forget, go to our website, you see all the deals there, and you can watch this programme again. It's cruise118.com/TV.
Yep, and most cruises, as we said, they have a late sail or overnight stop in Honolulu, which means you can go and experience a traditional Hawaiian luau. This is a big party where there's hula dancing, Hawaiian music, and a delicious feast. Kalua pua, which is kalua pig, is the main dish. The shredded pork dish is made in the ground. Is made in an umu, which is cooked in a round pit, and it's in the luau. And part of the ceremony is actually bringing this out from the imu, from the underground oven, after the pig is being cooked slowly there with vegetables. And there's usually an imu ceremony where it's opened up and the pig is removed and prepared to eat. Luau's are a lot of fun and a wonderful way to immerse yourself in Hawaiian culture at a fun party. So shall we look at another deal?
Do you know what? I think it's wonderful. And do you know, we've got so many great deals here. If you want to get yourself involved, remember the phone number's there, get you straight through to our experts. And of course, there's the website address as well. So let's have a look with the Royal Caribbean and the Quantum of the Seas. Now, this is a wonderful ship. By the way, this is the Anthem of the Seas, which is the sister ship to the Quantum of the Seas, which we're talking about. But they're identical. They're identical. They're like twin sisters. But the amount of stuff they've got on them, which is included in the price. Now, first of all, I've got to say the accommodation is first class. You're just going to love it. And the way they look after you on board, it's incredible. Now, this is the Seaplex. Look at this. Dodgem cars. On a ship, and roller skating, circus skills, you know, all those games, it's all included in the price. This is the North Star. It's a bit like the London Eye. It's included in the price. You don't pay any extra for any of these facilities. Look at this, the Flow Rider. You can learn to surf before you get to Hawaii.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely perfect. And then this is the Ripcord by iFly, where you feel as though you're skydiving. Do you know what? They've got one of them in Manchester, and it's £90 a go. It's included in the price. You're going to have the holiday of a lifetime on this ship. Then there's the water parks and the solariums. There's for the children, there's the H2O zone. It's just lovely. They've got everything sorted for you. They really have. And then there's the restaurants. I mean, apart from the main restaurant, there's loads of great specialty restaurants which you're going to love. One of my favourite places is the 270 Lounge. During the day, it's a cool place to chill out and relax. Then of a night, it becomes like a circus act place. It's incredible. And that's not the only theatre. At the other end of the ship, there's a proper theatre which does shows like We Will Rock You. And they're the full West End productions with, the interval so you can go get yourself a drink and all that sort of thing. It really is. When Royal Caribbean do holidays, they do holidays. And that's why you're going to love them. If you've got any questions, what I'd say is, just give our team a call. That's what they're here for. Give our team a call and go onto the website. It's all there for you. cruise118.com/TV and look at the deal there. Incredible. Okay, let's have a look at where we're going to be taking you. We're going to fly you from the UK and we're going to head off into Vancouver, Canada, where we're going to overnight. Absolutely lovely. You're going to love Vancouver. So much to see and do there. And then we're off to Victoria in Canada as well. Once again, it's got history, and you'll love it. You really will. And then we're off to Lahaina, where we're going to overnight as well. So you've got an overnight in port here as well. So you can go and try the local nightlife as well. Then we get to Honolulu, where we're going to overnight on the ship, and then you get a 3-night hotel stay on Waikiki Beach.
Well, I would like that.
It sounds horrible, doesn't it? No, you're going to love it. You're going to love this, and who wouldn't? FaceTiming your friends. I'm just here on Waikiki Beach. You'll be going brown. They'll be going green. I tell you what. Let's have a look at the full details on this, shall we? How wonderful is this? How wonderful is this? You're going to have the time of your life. You really will. And we've included so much in this. I mean, say, how much would 3 nights in Waikiki Beach cost you?
Quite a bit.
It's going to cost you a bit, isn't it? We've included it. And then, flights to Vancouver and back from Honolulu. I mean, then they're not round the corner. It's not like flying to Barcelona, is it? You know what I mean? They are long flights. So and we've included all them. And we feed you on the flights as well. We've included the luggage. You don't have to sort of, pay for you. They come round and give you little meals and things like this. It's all included in the price. There is so much included. If you want more details, and if you want to extend your stay a bit more in Honolulu afterwards, or before you get there in Vancouver, and I'd recommend that, give us a call and we'll tailor make the holiday especially for you. Because that's what we do at Cruise 118. We are the cruise experts. Okay then. I'll tell you what, a lot of people say, well, why should we book with Cruise 118? Well, I'll tell you what, here's why you should. Number one, we've got our best price guarantee. Go to our website, get all the details there. It really is an amazing opportunity. Then you're talking to the cruise experts. We don't do holiday camps and bus tickets and train fares. All we do are cruises. And the people who you're talking to, if they haven't been on your ship, they'll know someone who has. Do you're booking with confidence. We're ABTA and ATOL bonded. So your money is safe. And then when it comes to reviews, go and have a look at the reviews. Go and have a look at them. We are really highly rated. And then when you book with us, you're booking with one of the world's largest cruise retailers. Yeah, not the biggest in town, the biggest round here, the world's biggest. So they're just some of the reasons that you should be booking with us. Incredible. Now then, by the way, why have you got that flower in your hair?
Well, good question, John. This is a little tip for you going to Hawaii. You'll see everywhere people have flowers in their hair, and everybody loves them, and I love them as well. I got into this going to Hawaii, and it means a different thing depending on where you put it. If you put it on your left side, so left for me, right for you, this means that you're taken. You're married, you're in a committed relationship. If you put it on the right side, it means you're like, hello. Oh. And if you put it, there's a joke that says if you put it right at the back, it's kind of like, follow me.
Oh, right.
So there you go. Now you know how to wear your flowers.
Yeah.
So we had a wonderful trip to Hawaii today, and it was great seeing all the islands, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Be careful where you put your flower as well. Listen, that's it from us. Thanks very much for watching, and until next time, carry on cruising.
Aloha.